Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Mamiya, and today we're going to be checking out some more Asgards Fall. So, in last episode, in case you missed it, we did our first 2 runs as the Seer, the new class. And I gotta say, they're a hell of a lot of fun. We we had a bit of a mixed build going on. We did 2 runs. One without any upgrades, and obviously one with upgrades and the blood sacrifice on, just increasing the enemy spawn amount. This character can drop health potions like an absolute madman, so he has very, very good sustain, and I'm keen to try him out on some harder difficulties. So yeah, if you want to see a mad run with tons of healing, then do go check out my previous video. But for today, we're going to be checking out the Huntress, the last character that we have not played as yet. Now, the Huntress was in the demo. I've no idea if they've changed her at all since then, rather. But yeah, she's got a bow called the Mistbane that pierces targets, and because we've got no levels, we can't get any. She gets companions, like a wolf companion. I believe there's a bear companion as well, yeah, and a hawk companion. She has her own like summons build. I think should we just leave the 50% increased enemy amount on and go into Midgard and try and do one run, and then we'll see where we stand. Yeah, I think so. We'll probably oh, okay, I don't remember her bow shooting 3 arrows on the last shot before, but I could be wrong. Right. Since we've got a ranged character, we probably want like ranged attacks. So bone chilling cold is probably not something we want to pick up. That's an aura. That means it'll only affect enemies around us. We've got the ballista. Summon a ballista periodically shooting salvos at nearby enemies for 20 damage on a 15-second cooldown, and the pierce amount is 5. Or Ember Axe. Throw exploding axes towards random targets for 75 damage on an 8-second cooldown, and you throw 2 of them. Do we want any of these? I don't really know. Well, we do physical damage all the time, so Glacial Sunder. Frost spikes are up from the ground at random targets for 30 damage on a 4-second cooldown, and you fire 2 of them. Or Frost Trap places a frost trap beneath you that triggers piercing projectiles upon enemy contact for 35 damage on an 8-second cooldown. We've used Thor's Wrath plenty of times, so I don't really want to pick it up in this run. I think we're going to try and go for a cold damage run. And with that in mind, we'll take Glacial Sunder. You can actually, like, aim pretty well with this character with firing a bow. Instant retribution. Damage dealing stats effects no longer deal damage over time, but instead deal the total damage instantly. I don't think we're going to do a dot build today. We did a dot build with the Seer in the last video, so if you want to see dots, do go check that out. But today, let's just get a bit of health regen. Oh, I've still got a bit of hay fever, so I'm just trying to ward off sneezing here. Let's reroll. Okay. We could try and go like a weird trap build that's as many elements as we possibly can. Because we did see a cold trap, and I'm pretty sure there's a lightning trap and a physical. I think there might be traps of each element. Is that worth it? Now let's try and stick to cold. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So we've got the cold aura, bone chilling cold. Not really keen on that. Just because we want to be as far away from enemies as possible, and if they're in range of this aura, then they're already too close. What about Arctic Assault? Massive pieces of ice drop from the sky and detonate on the locations for 60 damage on a 7-second cooldown. I could be tempted with that. Skadi's Ice Arrow shoots ice arrows towards random targets, freezing them in place. 5 damage, 6-second cooldown, and you fire 4 of them. I mean, that ice arrow is kind of thematic, since we are an archer. Sure. We haven't actually gotten any of the little altars / statue things around the map that will give us buffs, so we should probably rush around the map and get them. I don't know if I want Blood Pact. You take 1 damage per second but gain 10% lifesteal. While that is pretty good, we need to shore up our damage first before we can even think about taking it. So let's reroll. Oh, wow. We got incredibly lucky there. We could get 150% node multiplier, but we are doing a cold damage build. So I think we take 25% increased cold damage. It seems pretty damn good. Especially if we can get more node multipliers on that and maybe get it up to 100%. Now that would be wild. I think once again we're going to reroll and reroll again. We got the Frost Trap. Places a frost trap beneath you that triggers piercing projectiles upon enemy contact. 44 damage on an 8-second cooldown. Sounds good to me. Now, I don't really know how effective that'll be. Do the traps stay on the ground forever? Haven't really played around with them, to be honest, so I guess today's the day we find out. Are we back to eating apples again? The Seer character had their own unique health items, which was these little health potions that they spawned themselves. But they didn't have any apples appear. Okay, do we go straight for this 100% node multiplier? I do kind of want to. Yeah, let's do it. Get 50% increased cold damage. Now, was that the trap going off there? I think it might have been. We want to roll for cold. Arctic Assault. Massive piece of ice drop from the sky and detonate on random locations for 90 damage on a 7-second cooldown. Yes, please. We've nearly fully maxed out our skills, the amount of skills we can have, but we've not actually put any levels in them yet. 9% ignite chance. Unfortunately, we're not doing ignite, so I'm going to have to roll. Oh, we rolled hard there, and we didn't really get what we wanted. Do we go for movement speed or damage? Let's go for movement speed. And I'm just going to stick it up there in that corner. Away from everything else. What do we got? 4% armor. I don't actually know if we have armor. Presume we do. Our last skill here, Ymir's Avalanche. Roll a snowball towards the target direction. The snowball grows in size and increases its damage the bigger it gets. 38 damage on an 8-second cooldown. Sweet. Now we can just focus on leveling our different skills. And all we've got is cold. So we can make a bit of a comparison on what they're like compared to the fire or lightning elemental damage. And I cannot believe we got so lucky again, getting increased cold damage. I do like Warrior's Momentum, but I think you can't say no to a legendary damage upgrade of the elemental type that you're going for. An extra 28% damage, so what's that? We've got 78% more cold damage, I think. Add 50 with 28, yeah. I'm gonna reroll. No. Okay. We'll reduce the cooldown of Glacial Sunder from 4 to 3.2 seconds. It's something. I couldn't roll anymore. And, you know, you gotta go for the highest one, don't you? Yeah, the highest rarity, rather. Oh. Elemental Harmony. Every enemy alive that is inflicted with a stats effect increases your attack speed. Whoa, that's insane. That's truly insane for us. Because we're inflicting freeze on loads of enemies and not necessarily killing them straight away. There you go. Look at the attack speed going. The more enemies that appear, just the more attack speed we're going to get. Let's re-roll. And we got a legendary Ymir's Avalanche. Damage increase from 0 to 60%. Absolutely. Normally I would recommend just if you get a blue upgrade, then stick on that, but I'm being particularly greedy today. Oh, and we're not getting punished. We got 66 max health from that. That is a lot of max health. That's like 25% more max health. Probably a bit more than that, actually. Let the ball go. We need the lifespan of that to increase. I don't know if that's a stat that you can get on a level up. Again. And we'll increase Glacial Sunder. Since we increased its damage before, we may as well double the amount from 2 to 4. And Glacial Sunder are the little spikes coming out the ground. 6% dodge chance. Do you know what? We'll take that. Sure. Having a little bit of dodge is nice. Mistbane Pierce amount. So Mistbane is our bow and arrow. Our main attack. We're not really scaling damage with it, so I don't know if it's worth even putting upgrades in. We could, I think we just go for, oh, you know what, I'm going to be extra greedy. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I want a purple, there we go. Glacial Sunder, damage increase from 0 to 45%. We've got a magnet down there. Let's go get that. Can we get a level? Yes, we can. Lovely. An extra 2 dashes. I don't know if that's worth it. Oh, there was a cold damage. I missed the cold damage. Oh well. Let's just get plus 10 flat damage. That's applicable to everything. I don't think we're doing too bad damage-wise. Skadi's Ice Arrow here, reducing the cooldown from 6 seconds to 4.8 seconds. Yep. There, the ice arrows are what's freezing enemies and increasing our attack speed. Right, okay, got it. I didn't realise that. 100% node multiplier or 14% attack speed? I think we go for another 100% node multiplier. 56 plus 50. We got 106% cold damage right now. So essentially we're dealing double damage from all our abilities since they're all cold. And I believe they're all dealing cold damage. I think that's how it works. Right, what do we have here? Well, we can bump up Skadi's Ice Arrow a little bit more. The cooldown reduced from 3.75 to 3 seconds. Or we can increase the damage on our Frost Trap. I think we want to spam Skadi's Ice Arrow more because it's freezing stuff. So the more enemies we have frozen, the faster our attack speed. And it all sort of links in together. Ooh, a lot of mushroom men come in. Reroll. Reroll. Ooh. But we're still going. Let's get some warriors momentum here. We can get it straight away. Triggering your weapon's attack reduces the cooldown of a random ability by 0.1 second. That's another way to link all our abilities together. If applying the freeze stats effect is increasing our attack speed, and our attack speed is reducing the cooldowns of our abilities, which are freezing stuff, you see how it's all going together. Still, even though it's legendary, we're not really using Mistbane for damage. So let's do Arctic Assault, going from 1 to 4, quadrupling the damage that it deals. I won't mind getting increased amount on our trap, I think. If we can spam traps out, when they pop off, it will be a sight to behold. Oh, hello. Crit damage multiplier 47%. Are we rolling? Physical attacks have a 5% chance to generate a stacking buff, increasing attack speed by 1%. The buff's removed when taking damage. We could potentially take that. What's this other one? Fiery Prowess. Killing a burning enemy has 2% chance to permanently gain 1% increased fire damage. Well, we're not doing fire damage shenanigans. Do you know what? I will take this. And we'll pop it there. Because our bow is physical attacks, so the more attack speed we can get, like, the more we're just popping everything off. That it's not active quite yet, but if we get another couple of legendary nodes, then we should be fine. Some knots of power. Let's reroll. And nice, we get a legendary Glacial Sunder, increasing the damage from 45% to 105%. That's 60%. Beautiful. Oh yeah, it's absolutely bonking enemies now. You see them just exploding when them icicles come down. Or 15% movement speed. We're getting blessed with legendaries today. Holy moly. Yep. Absolutely take that. Our health regen's keeping us topped up very nicely. Ooh, another legendary Glacial Sunder going up again in damage from 105% to 165%. Yep. Has anyone noticed if we've been dodging attacks? Because we're supposed to have dodge chance, and it feels like it's been a while since I've actually taken damage. I don't know whether it's just because we've got, like, pretty good movement speed that we're managing to avoid all the enemy AoEs. Rejuvenating Flame. Heal for 1% after triggering 10 fire abilities. We don't have any fire abilities, so that's a no. Crit damage multiplier, also a no. Oh, what is this? Is this a seeded run? We're getting crazy luck with these cold damages. Wow. Okay. That works for me. We're going to try our best not to get hit for ages now, since we just unlocked the knot that physical attacks have 5% chance of increasing your attack speed by 1%. And that resets when you take damage, so we want to be spamming. Sure, let's reduce the cooldown of Frost Trap from 7.84 seconds to 5.49. We got hit. It happened. Now, let's go eat an apple. Thank you. Oh, so many AoEs. That's such a big glut of enemies. Power gain for 13. Gain 5% increased damage for every active knot of power. Searing Path. Leave a trail of fire when you dash that burns enemies, and 2% bleed chance. I think we've got to try and get the power gain, don't we? So, we've got a legendary there, which is giving us 3 out of 13 little nodules there. So, if we get a legendary there, and there, and there, then, yeah, we basically need to fill all this out with legendaries. Ooh, that might be a bit tough. But once we do it, it'll give us a massive, massive burst of power. It'll give us something like a 70% damage increase. More Arctic Assaults. From 4 to 7. Yeah, that sounds good to me. We are getting hit, like, quite a bit now. So many enemies. Oh, as if. These legendaries just keep on coming, don't they? Well, I mean, how can I say no to 20% attack speed? It's just too good. Even though we're not really using our main weapon for damage, the attack speed means that it'll trigger our other knot, which is 5% chance when dealing physical damage to gain 1% attack speed. So the more we can trigger that, the more attack speed we'll get, and the more cooldown reduction we'll get on our ice abilities. Oh, another legendary Ymir's Avalanche going from 60 to 120% damage. Yes, please. I would like to get an increased amount on that if we can before the boss. Maybe not the mid-boss, though. Ooh. Okay, we did get damaged there. I don't really... not fussed about any of these. 8% shock chance. 9% chill chance. I mean, that is very good. I'm back. Sorry about that. I just had to let my dog out. 9%. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely worth taking. We'll stick it there. Now we just need another legendary here, and then a purple or a white one here, and we will have Knot of Fate. Power gain 5% increased damage for every active knot of power. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 at the moment. We'll have 13 when we do get that. So what's that? 65% increased damage just from that. Yeah. Going to be pretty nice. A lovely apple. Still think we take legendaries when we see them. Arctic Assault going up from 7 to 11. That's the icicles that are dropping from the ceiling, I think. So that they should pretty much just be constantly falling now. I don't think the animations last long enough for all of the icicles to fall before they start before it comes off cooldown again. So I think it's just it'll look constant. It is targeted as well. Interesting. I didn't realise it was targeted. I thought it was just to a random position, but it must be to a random enemy. Oh, we're so fast, we don't even need to dodge this lady. Should we try and beat her without dodging? Normally I'd be zipping and zapping all over the places to try and avoid these attacks, but we're so nimble. It's just a matter of time, lady. We don't even need to dash out of that. That huge, massive AoE, I would always dash out of. Oh, should we try and lure her into the traps? Yeah. Eat ice trap. We're still trying to keep that no-hit bonus on up, but have we managed it? I haven't heard us get hit for quite a while. Then again, I can't tell how fast our attack speed is. It's quite difficult when there's enemies everywhere. 150% node multiplier. Okay. I am kind of tempted by that. We got Shattering Death. Frozen enemies have 10% chance to shatter into pieces when taking damage. And 5% shock chance. I think we have to pick this up. Even though we've got 150% node multiplier, Shattering Death is just too good. I should have put it there. Oh well. We are freezing a lot of enemies. Oh, we definitely got hit in that. Give me that XP. Reroll. There we go. Emir's Avalanche going from 120% to 180% damage. Still no increased projectiles on it though. I want to be firing out tons of big snowballs. But we just got... pretty much just got damage. In fact, I think we literally have just gotten damage on it. Which is alright, it does a lot of damage, but... Searing Path, no. 8% armor there. I don't think that's worth picking up, but I'll pick up the damage. and get Shattering Death. Frozen enemies have a 10% chance to shatter into pieces when taking damage. That should happen relatively frequently. Because all these guys are frozen. All the guys that have, like, ice around them, that means... Oh, yeah, it means they're frozen. So, if we're hitting them, one of them should explode. Oh, we are getting hit quite badly, though. Let's increase the damage of Skadi's Ice Arrow from 0 to 60%. Right. It's cost us ranged projectiles. That's, like, our biggest worry. I really need to find some health. We went from not taking damage for ages to be nearly dead. We do have a little bit of health regen. Ooh, there's some apples. Did it disappear? It bloody disappeared as soon as we went up there. Is this one going to disappear as well? Oh no, we managed to get it. Nice. Oh, there's another apple. Oh, we just got battered by a shield. Okay. We're really going to need a magnet now. Plus 2 health regen. Do you know what? I will take that. That's pretty damn good. Oh, that was sketchy. But we cool. Get away from his shield, man. Almost back up to full. Skadi's Ice Arrow. Another reduction in cooldown. Honestly, yeah, from 3.2 to 2.56. That, I think, essentially means that we're going to have arrows coming out of us all the time now. Because the animation for firing them is longer than 2.5 seconds. We like a little Roman candle shooting out arrows from the top of our head. Almost level. There we go. Skadi's Hunting Ground. Take 100% increased damage, but also... sorry, you gain 100% increased damage, but also take 100% increased damage when standing still. Nah. 100% node multiplier. I'm gonna take that and put it on there. We've got like 160% bonus cold damage now. I want to try and get to like 200% if we can. See what sort of damage we can be dealing with a cold build. Mistbane. Oh, it feels bad saying no to a legendary upgrade, but we're rolling hard. Oh, come on. Stop it, game. Right, Arctic Assault is getting upgraded from 20% to 65% damage increase. And Arctic Assault is the stalactites falling from the sky, I believe. So them doing more damage is fantastic. I reckon, actually, they might be our biggest damage dealers. So far, anyway. Is it too early to say? We've got like 5 minutes left. Here we go. Get some attack speed. 11% attack speed. And now we have power gain. And how many knots of power do we have? We've got 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 14. So, we got 70% increased damage. Amazing. And that's only going to get higher and higher. We've probably already got over 200% cold damage if you count the Knot of Power damage increase too. It's so hard not to get hit in this game. Ooh, I saw a magnet. We're definitely going for that. Come on, Frost Trap cooldown from 4.24 to 2.97 second cooldown. Ooh, something hit us hard then. Holy crap. Where on earth are the apples? I'm hungry for apples. Come on. +3 dashes. That is pretty mental. Don't think I can say no to that, so let's put that up there. Unfortunately, our dash recharge time isn't changed by that. It's just gives us more maximum dashes, which granted is fantastic. They just take a little bit. I'm sure the devs have nerfed dashes. At the start of early access, it worked similarly as in the demo, where they came back quick, but you didn't have a lot of them. Now you seem to have a lot of them, but they come back. Like the recharge cooldown a lot slower. Let's reduce the cooldown of Emir's Avalanche pretty much by 25%, so from 4.98 seconds to 3.99 seconds. Like I'm bloody walking on a tightrope going through all of those red AoE areas. Oh, 150% node multiplier. Can we actually put it on anything though? Don't think we can. There's no spot for it. Oh, that is unfortunate. Let's keep rolling. Vikings Resolve. We can't get that straight away, I don't think. No. Physical attacks have 3% chance to reduce the remaining cooldown of all abilities. So, at the moment, our only physical attack is our bow. Our main... Well, our starting weapon. Yeah, I think we just reroll here. Ignite chance, Hand of Blood. We're not bleeding enemies. Nope. Not doing fire stuff. Keep going. Oh, come on. +3 dashes or more cold damage. Oh, what the hell? Think we gotta take it. And we're gonna stick it down there. 27% increased cold damage. We must have insane multipliers now. For cold damage anyway. I'm looking forward to seeing how the boss fares against all of the damage that we've got. On the next run as well, I might bump the enemy health up a little bit. We'll see what settings we can change and what upgrades we can get as we level this character. Don't know if I immediately want to go into the companion build with this character. We did try that out in the demo. I know it's pretty good. The bear, though, if I remember rightly, I don't know if they've changed how the bear works, but they taunt enemies. So it's a little bit like they run off and taunt enemies, so enemies aren't constantly running towards you, which does give you a little bit of a breather. It's just... Yeah, you kind of want enemies to be as close to you as possible. Well, not as close to you as possible, but grouped up together and not splitting off. Half going for like aggro to you and half aggro to your bear. We take Skadi's Ice Arrow here, reducing the cooldown from 2 to 1.41 seconds. We definitely now are an icy Roman candle, just shooting arrows from the top of our heads. Endless arrows. I am curious how much of an effect that the knot that we got that makes enemies shatter when they're frozen if we hit them. But I don't know if that's a stat that you can actually see. We're just kind of rolling hard here. 10 flat damage. We don't have any rerolls. Let's just get more chill chance. 5% chill chance. Better than nothing. Oh, we're at full health. Okay, didn't need that apple. I was, in fact, not hungry for apples, apparently. Sick Assault. Going from a 420 cooldown. Hell yeah. To a 2.94 second cooldown. Yeah, let's take that. We just be spamming. We've only got a minute left until we go against Jormungandr, so it's just all about that XP farming. I need to keep an eye out for any magnets that appear on the map. They're in high demand right now. Shock chance is a no. Movement speed, probably not. Odin's Sacrifice. Decrease max health by 70%, but increase all damage types by 100%. I think I have to take that. Yeah. So we've only got 80 max health now. But we should be doing 100% more damage. I think we're going to melt Jormungandr. Absolutely melt him. So far, well, I say so far, we've pretty much completed the run. I've enjoyed Freeze. I feel like it's pretty good. It doesn't have heals like fire does. Look at the shadows of all the crap that we're firing on the ground. Also, we're not doing as much damage as we did before. Oh, no way. I wasn't watching the boss, I was watching the projectiles. Oh, are we going to have to redeem ourselves? I think we might. Arctic Assault dealing... Is that 12 million damage? Frost Trap actually dealing... Actually a significant amount. Emir's Avalanche was pants. Okay. Let's level you up. Arrows pierce more targets, more movement speed, and Wolf Companion. Let's just get one of each of these. Poison arrows. Apply a poison to arrows. Poison deal periodic damage to affected enemies. Sure. Vault Shot. You perform a somersault when you dash, shooting enemies near you. I don't think I want the bear. Let's get more movement speed. And... how about we do this? Legendary material drops. Okay. Yeah, let's try that. We're going back into Midgard. We gotta. And there's our old wolfy friend. And we got poison arrows now, so our shots are green. 9% movement speed. Very nice. Fiery rune. Marks an enemy with a rune that explodes. Don't know about that. I think we might. What do we want to go for? Let's get a Gungnir. Throw Gungnir at a random target. Exploding on impact for 30 damage on a 5-second cooldown. I kind of want to go into maybe every element type. It's a little bit harder to build them. But if we build around our main weapon... Ooh, chain lightning. Lightning damage has a 3% chance to cause chain lightning hitting up to 5 enemies. Cannot trigger itself. That's pretty damn good, but no. We are going for some attack speed here. 14% attack speed. We really want to showcase the Mistbane. This is the fire version of Gungnir, pretty much. Giant's Tooth. Pierce random targets with massive spears. 48 damage on a 2.63 second cooldown, and you throw 8 of them. We've sort of got a spear build going on over here. I'm trying to think, is there a chill variant? Let's not do chill chance, but just flat 19 damage is beautiful. And I'm going to stick it up here. I think if we're looking for damage boosts, we can't really go for any of their elemental percentage boosts. It's going to have to be flat damage in those knots of power. Just for the build to work, but we're mainly looking for stuff like attack speed. Loki's Electric Mirage. Create after images of lightning which slowly move to a random target and detonate when touched by an enemy. There's 72 damage on a 7-second cooldown, and you throw 3 of them. Quite like Thunderous Tether, I'm not going to lie. But Ferocious Stomp. Unleash a Ferocious Stomp, damaging enemies around you and stunning them for 3 seconds. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty slow. Physical damage again. I think we go for a Thunderous Tether here. Place a lightning gem near you, creating an electrical chain between you and the gem. Enemies touching the chain take damage. 37 damage on a 10.5 second cooldown. So the reason why I went for this is because we've got a lot of movement speed. We can get around and hit a ton of enemies with it. That's just my thought process behind it anyway. We do have 2 lightning abilities now. 5.4% crit chance. Or Elemental Harmony. Every enemy alive that is inflicted with a stats effect increases your attack speed. Oh. Can we say no to crit strike chance? Yeah, I think we can. And we're going to do as many status effects now. Not necessarily damaging ones. So we need to find Chill and Burn as well. That increases our attack speed. I wish it told you if these apply Chill or not. Chill and Lightning. No, we've got Lightning. We need Burn. I don't think either of these do. Does a Frost Trap, though. Oh. We'll get Frost Trap again. I hope it does. It might just apply... just do damage. We'll see. 29 max health from a shrine's nice, though. Instant retribution. I think that goes counter to our build completely, because we want enemies to have stats effects on them to increase our attack speed. Yeah. We roll in. Oh, no way. Wow. That was terrible. 1% bleed chance. What a joke. We'll just get 8% lightning damage. Yikes. Shattering ground. Shatter the ground towards a random target. 52 damage on a 5-second cooldown. Ember Axe. Throw exploding axes towards random targets for 102 damage on a 6.75 second cooldown. And you throw 2 of them. Nah. Ooh. Ferocious Stomp says it stuns. That is a status effect. We take it. Even though it's only hitting enemies around us, I still feel like it's probably worth it. Roll. Roll crits. We don't really have any crits. Node multiplier there. Ooh. Put it on attack speed. Yeah, sure. We should be shooting like a madman now. I want to get like 200% attack speed if possible. Frost trap damage increase by 45%. I mean, it's purple. 0 to 45%, yeah. I definitely think that's worth it. It did a lot of damage in the last run as well. Granted, we did go absolutely super hard into cold damage. So there's a lot of damage multipliers stacking on top of it. Come on, game. Don't do us dirty again. Yeah, we can't take that. 49 max health. We'll take it. Got 300 max health. Where's all our damaging stuff? It's got to be somewhere. Mistbane pierce amount? 3 to 5? No, we roll in. We roll in again. Thunderous tether. Yeah, 0 to 30% damage increase. Better than now. Should really be getting the Mistbane upgrades, but I'm being a bit greedy and not picking them if they're a lower rarity than purple or above. Warrior's Momentum. Triggering your weapon's attack reduces cooldown of a random ability by 0.1 seconds. Or Blood Frenzy. Physical attacks have a 5% chance to generate a stacking buff, increasing attack speed by 1%. Let's get Warrior's Momentum first. 5 out of 8. We just need 1 legendary. Thunderous Tether, legendary upgrade. 30 to 90% damage increase. I mean, I have to take it. If you see a legendary, you got to go for it, right? We can roll into more Mistbane stuff as we get more of these blue gems. Oh, no, we want to reroll here. Frontline, close enemies receive 50% increased physical damage while we're doing ranged attacks, so no. Shattering Death, we're not really chilling enemies, so nope. 21% increased cold damage. Game, stop doing this to me. Increased lightning damage there. Crit damage multiplier. I guess we got to take it, don't we? Though I'm not happy about it. 38% crit damage multiplier. Now we definitely need to get some crit chances. Otherwise, that crit damage is going to be useless. Mistbane, yeah. Legendary upgrade, finally, going from 3 to 7 pierce amount. Increased fire damage is a no. Skadi's hunting ground. I don't... This skill scares me so much. Because when you're standing still, all of the AoEs can get you. And you take 100% increased damage. I think it's too risky. At least for me, anyway. 5% dodge chance. Yeah, that's reasonable enough to pick up. Let's stick it down there. Gungnir. Getting an upgrade. Cooldown reduction 3.6 to 2.88. Yeah, I think that's fine. There's a little AoE when it comes out as well. Little bit of a lightning jolt. Like 2 or 3 times. Oh, 24% increased fire damage, man. Wish I could take that. Blood Pact for some life steal. Can't take that. Fire damage again. Brutal chill chance. No. No. Oh. Okay, we'll just get a bit of health regen. We've used all our rerolls. Now gathering more blue crystals, so we will have more rerolls. Ferocious Stomp increase. From 0 to 45%. Yeah, sure, we'll take that. Just so we've got more rerolls. I want to get crit rate from the knots. If that's even possible. We'll see what the game thinks. 11% movement speed. Yeah, I'll take that one. That's something that I'm willing to compromise with. Better getting a purple movement speed than having to do a bloody white upgrade again. Speaking of, they're all common. Cooldown and frost trap from 6 to 4.81 seconds. Yeah, shaving just over a second off there is rather tasty. Now, I'm dashing around all the time here just so I can get my tether to hit a lot more enemies. It does mean that we don't have those dashes when we need to get out of danger, though. I still think we go for attack speed here, and I'm going to stick it down there. We just really want to be firing off our main... Our primary weapon as much as possible. Let's keep going. Do you know what? Gungnir, ability size, 30% increase. Sure. Oh yeah, that meant the little lightning pulses that it does. Quite a bit bigger. Oh, that was a great upgrade. These tethers hit so many enemies. Oh yeah, crit strike chance. We got it. 5.1%. Now we just need good multipliers over there. And maybe, just maybe, we can get it up to like 30%. 30% crit chance is decent. Frost Trap legendary upgrade. cooldown 4.4 to 3.1 seconds. Absolutely. The more we can be spamming that down, the better. Shock chance, crit damage, or battle scars. Each time you take damage, there's a 5% chance of permanently gaining 1% increased damage. Honestly, yeah, I'll take that. We can just stick it there. It's unlocked straight away. We got to get hit a lot to get very minor amounts of damage. That ability is really good on the seer, by the way, because the seer generates their own health potions, so you can take damage pretty easily and still feel safe. Oh, come on. Fine, we'll go for the 30% damage increase on the Mistbane there. So you can actually start stacking up quite a bit of damage up from that Knot of Fate. Just from the sheer fact you can heal an insane amount as the Seer. Ooh, 3 health regen. Yeah, I can't say no to 3 health regen. That's just too good. We do need survivability as well. We're filling up our little knot. Oh my lord. Have you seen that? How absolutely insane is that? Our tether going from 1 to 5. 5 timesing the amount of damage. Okay. Oh, yes. And we got a magnet. A lovely, lovely magnet. Crit damage multiplier. I'm not interested. Sorry, pal. We're rolling hard. Oh, we got another crit damage multiplier. Where's the crit rate? Let's just stick it there, sure. Rerolls just get exponentially more and more expensive. That's the only problem. Gungnir increased damage amount. 0 to 60%. Yeah, sure. We'll spread the love. Tether's so good. It's honestly ridiculous. Look, it just melts at everything. Because there's so many of them. It's hitting so many times. Plus 2 extra dashes. Nah, I'm not fussed about that. 17% increased physical damage. That is our main attack. Yeah, I think we probably take that. Do we want it over attack speed, movement speed? We'll stick it down here. That's our Mistbane doing physical damage. But we don't really want to be picking many more, if any more of them up. Alright, Mistbane. Pierce amount increasing from 7 to 10. It's going to be going through a lot more enemies. Poisoning a lot more of them as well. I think we've got the ability that gives us attack speed based on the statuses that we apply on enemies. Oh, that's a 25% increased physical damage, though. Damn. We take that and stick it over there. It's going to make our bow a lot stronger. If we can just increase the projectile amount now, we'll be onto a winner. I'm quite curious how we're going to do against this angel boss. I'm going to keep rolling. 60% increased damage on the Giant's Tooth. Yes, please. I think these tethers are going to do absolute work to the Angel, the Valkyrie. We level up just before it. We can indeed. Chill chance, ignite chance, and attack speed. Max health, fire damage, static discharge. Lightning abilities can overload, having 12% chance to cast again immediately. Yeah, I do kind of like that. Let's do that. That means that our tethers have a 12% chance to cast again. So rather than having 5, we'll get 10 tethers. Yeah, our movement speed's fine to go against this lady. Never really in danger. I think, yeah, most of our damage is going to be coming from our tethers, so we want to make sure that they're all touching her. That does mean that we take some damage there, but it is what it is. Something just did a huge chunk of damage there. Awesome. So many runes. And we're safe, I would say. Pretty much on full health. And we are back up to full health. Always on the lookout for a magnet. Mistbane. Oh, yeah. Okay, Mistbane getting a purple upgrade. Increasing the piercing amount from 10 to 13. It's got to be going through everything now. Surely. Suppose there is probably like 100 enemies on the screen at once. Maybe even more. So 13 pierce isn't actually that big. Dash amount. Yeah, we just take the 19 flat damage here for sure. And I'm going to stick it there. Now we're just looking for multipliers, really. The biggest multipliers can go to crit chance, and basically 50 or 100%. We want to stick on the flat damage. Mistbane, oh my lord, how many pierces can it get? 13 to 17 pierce now. It is poisoning a lot of guys at once. Ignite chance, no. Lightning damage. You know what? I'm just going to take it. Let's go. 28% increased lightning damage. It helps our tethers a lot. I think that's what's going to be like our main damage dealer here. Ooh. Just having to duck and dive away from these shield charges. Giant's Tooth going from 60 to 120% damage. Sounds bloody marvellous to me. Absolutely bloody marvellous. %, node multiplier. That is something we wanted, but where can we put it? That'll give us health regen. This gives us crit damage. This gives us movement speed. Yeah, we've got no spot for it. Let's reroll. Oh, wow. 2.6% crit chance. Yeah. What's that? 5.1%. We've got about 8% crit chance from those knots. Now if we can get some nice little node multipliers, maybe we can get up to 30%. 25-30% would be nice. Giant's Tooth damage increase from 120 to 165%. Yeah, sure. 45% damage increase. These tethers are so good, man. Reroll. Oh, we got one of these node multipliers again. Why? 8% dodge chance. Why is it all... Come on, game. 70% less max health. Did that screw us last time? And let's just work this out. 2, 4, 7... We can get it. Let's pop it down there. So we got 91 max health, but we're dealing 100% more damage. Then it just means that if we get to Jormungandr again, we're essentially racing him. The World Serpent. I think we're doing a lot of damage. It feels like we are anyway. Gungnir ability size from 30 to 70%. Sure. Oh yeah, that is gotten huge. There's a big old spear. Do I see projectiles? I think we're starting to get enemies that are shooting projectiles at us. Now, I don't know if we need to be concerned or not. They don't appear to be sticking around for long anyway. Okay. We got 150% node multiplier that can only go there. What's that? Lightning damage. Yeah, sure, we'll take it. 70% increased lightning damage now. Yeah, these tethers... They're like one-shotting anything they touch. It's insane. It's just like we've got a big eraser and we're just wiping these guys off the chalkboard. That's what it feels like. Mistbane, 30 to 75% damage increase. Yes, please. We've not had very many damage increases for the Mistbane. Considering how many levels we've put into it. I think we've put about 7 levels into it now, maybe. I haven't been counting. We'll find out next time we get a level. Alright. Getting that knot of power, or was it a knot of fate? It might have been a knot of fate, yeah. Really just made our damage go crazy. 100% node multiplier. Can we put it anywhere? No. We can put it in the top left. However, what is that actually upgrading? Lightning damage? Nah. No. Ooh. Here we go, 100% node multiplier. We got to stick that. That's a crit chance there. So 10.2% crit chance and 2.6% crit chance. So we're on 12.8% crit chance. Can we get it up to 20? Our crits should be dealing crazy amounts of damage because we've got 2 legendary crit damage nodes. On the lookout for a magnet. Oh, and it's like I spoke it into existence there. Thank you, game. Giant's Tooth. I think we just keep going for the Mistbane upgrades, maybe. No, I'm going to get greedy, and it was well worth it. Thunderous Tether damage increase from 90 to 150%. That's a 60% damage increase. And it's already pretty much one-shotting everything. 27% increased cold damage. Is not something we're interested in. Ignite chance and shock chance. Possibly. But I think we're just doing too much damage that it doesn't actually matter. 17 damage. Yeah, that is something we can pick up and stick down here. How much flat damage? We got 3 of the legendary flat damage ones. We've probably got about 60. Maybe like 50, 57, 58 flat damage. Now that is applied before all of our damage multipliers are. So it actually turns out to be a lot more damage once you've got your percentages added on. Somehow I feel like we're doing way better in this run than we did in the last run. And I felt pretty bloody powerful in the last run. Let's re-roll. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Okay, Mistbane. You're going from 17 to 21 Pierce. A little bit ludicrous, not gonna lie. I don't know how much more Pierce it actually needs. I don't think it'll need any. It basically means that it can hit 21 guys if they're all lined up. All legendaries. Now I can safely say I've never seen this before. Just getting all legendary offers. Pretty sick. 21% increased physical damage, 2 dashes, or 150% node multiplier. I think we do 150% node multiplier on the flat damage. Goes up to 47.5 flat damage. Yeah, we got to be near like 90 flat damage increase. We're doing a lot of 666s. Do you see that? Popping up a lot. I wonder what's doing 666 damage. I guess it is kind of befitting of us trying to take down the gods, and we're in leagues with the devil. Giant's Tooth going from 3 to 6. I think that's definitely worth it. Yeah. Doubling the amount of them essentially is doubling the damage. And can you ever really say no to double damage? It's very difficult. I just wish I had a little bit more pickup range. I think that's something that the character had in the level up screen, more pickup range. Be very useful. We don't want crit damage multiplier. No lightning damage. No, we kind of want crit rate. Health regen, no. Cold. Just flat damage. We only have 2 more spots. I'm going to keep rolling. 28% increased lightning damage. You know what? Yeah. I'll take it. It's good enough. We're no longer doing 666 damage loads now. It must have been the tethers. Our unholy tethers. Now doing 724 damage. That's going to be some spicy numbers when we end this run. Absolutely a big fan of this tether. Tether me all day long. Reroll, 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 reroll. We're going greedy. Mistbane. Oh my god, 25 pierce amount. 21 to 25 pierce. That's a bit ridiculous. Why don't... Am I just getting unlucky with it having like no damage upgrades? It's all been in pierce. Or maybe that's by design. So many tethers. It must have dual procced then. 12% chance for it to cast again. Every time it gets cast. Reroll. Oh, come on. There's only really 2 spots. And not of Echo can go. That's one of them. 150% on the crit chance. And we're full up now. 17.8% crit chance. And we've got 2.6. So we're about 20% crit chance. I feel like that's a reasonable amount. It's pretty hard to get crit chance in this game. You've got to get lucky with your rolls and spec into it. It's almost about to be Jormungandr time. Let's see how we do. The only thing is our tethers aren't actually hitting it. We actually did it this time. Hell yeah. Alright. Let's see what the damage was like. I'm going to be shocked if it wasn't the tethers. The tethers dealing 18 million damage. Unbelievably, our Mistbane came in second. I was not expecting that to have the second most damage with 6.3 mil. It actually does a lot of damage. That's probably because of all the piercing, you know. I don't think it's actually deals much upfront damage. It's just that it's hitting so many enemies for a little bit that, yeah, it gets up to 6.4 million damage. And we got 18 million damage at the top with a tether. Absolutely insanity. Let's get some upgrades. More piercing. Increase the damage of your arrows. Or the damage of summons. And every time you dash, you drop a bear trap. Now let's just get 30% arrow damage. Alright, well, that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. But thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked what you see, then don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the usual jazz. And yeah, I will catch you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.